All right, everyone. Here is CUDA equations with variables on both sides. I'm going to go over the even ones, and you can try the odds. All right, we practiced this as some on Friday. And so number 2 says 3 plus 4n plus n equals 2n plus 15. First step, combine like terms to simplify on each side. So I put the constants in red, the variable expressions in purple, variable terms, term, constant. All right, there's my equal sign. So first step, combine 3 plus 4n plus 1n, 5n, equals 2n plus 15. Number 2, bring the variables to one side of the equation using inverse add or subtract. So I have variables on both sides of the equation, and so I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. Now this side has 15 equals 5n minus 2n is 3n plus 3. Now, step 3 over here. Solve the two-step equation. 3 plus 3n equals 15. By solving and starting by the constants that are furthest away from the variable. Use inverse operations such as add or subtract. So I have 3, and in order to eliminate it, it would be minus 3 is 0. And whatever I do to this side, I also do to this side. 15 minus 3 is 12. 12 equals 3 times n, positive. All right, then the next step, use inverse operations, multiply or divide. So the 3 is connected to the n by multiplication. When they're squeezed together, we divide. 12 divided by 3, n equals 4. One solution, n equals 4. Next equation, we'll do it together. All right, the first step is to combine both sides like terms. So on this side, I see I have negative 7k minus 4k. Negative, negative, plus a negative. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That will be a negative 11k equals 8 minus 2k minus 8k. So I'm going to combine these two. Negative 2, negative 8. Same sign, add, plus a negative, 8, 9, 10. So I have 8 minus 10k. Okay, next step. Bring variables to one side of the equation. All right, by either adding or subtracting. So I can use this one, or I can use this one. If I use this one, I'll have a 0. If I use this one, I'll have an 8 still here. So I'm just going to go with this one. No, I'm going to go with this one. Plus 11k. Plus 11k inverse. That does equal 0. Equals 8 minus 10 plus 11. Different signs, subtract. Let's see. 11 minus 10 is 1. So 1k. Or just k. All right, so we're at that. 0 equals 8 minus k. All right. No, plus. Take a sign of the larger number, which is positive. Okay. Now, looking at this, I have to solve for the variable k. So 8 plus something is 0. Yes, 8 plus something like k, some number k. We don't know what it is, but 8 plus something equals 0. So use inverse operations. We add or subtract and then multiply or divide. Well, I don't have a multiply or divide, but I do have a subtract 8. And subtract 8. 0 minus 8 is negative 8 equals k. And then if I go back up here, yeah, 8 plus negative 8 would equal 0. And then if I go up here and replace all the k's with negative 8, I would have one solution. K equals negative 8. One solution. Pizza's here! Ah, great. I'll be there in just a second. I got to finish this. Okay. Number 6. 8k minus 6 equals 6 parenthesis k plus 3 plus 6k. All right, here we had to add one more. The first step will be to distribute. So distribute is when I see a parenthesis and a number outside of it. That means multiplication. So let's do that first. Distribute the 6 to the k and also the 6 to the 3. 6 times k is 6k plus 6 times 3 is 18 plus 6k equals 8k minus 6. So looking at this, the next step will be to combine like terms. So here I don't have any. 8k is not the same thing as 6. That stays the same. However, on this side, I have two k's, or two terms that have k in them. So 6k plus 6k is 12k plus 18. And they equal each other. But there's variables on both sides, so I need to bring the variables to one side using inverse operations to eliminate the variables from one side. So I'm looking at 8 and 12. I always go with the smaller one. That's why I did the last one equal to 0. Because I don't like getting negative numbers a lot, but it's fine. 8k minus 8k is 0. But I still have negative 6 equals 12 minus 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would leave me with 4k positive plus 18. All right, now I'm looking at that. That looks like a normal two-step equation. So when I have a normal two-step equation, I must add or subtract first and then multiply and divide. So let's see. Do I have an add and subtract? Why, yes, I do. I'm solving for 4k, so I'm going to subtract 18. Subtract 18. That's 0. 4k equals negative 18, negative 6. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Negative 24. Same sign, add. All right, and then I multiply or divide. Well, 4 is connected to k by multiplication, so I divide by 4. Divide negative 24 by 4. When you are multiplying or dividing, a negative divided by a positive, Illuminati says, is a negative. Negative 6 equals k. K equals negative 6. One solution.